This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Concerns raised in Parliament on LLG election. Final preparations underway for PNGDF Week. And China hosts Cultural Exchange Week. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. With continuous extension of local level government election, Member for Abao raised questions without notice to the Prime Minister. The member for Abao, Sep Kotemo, asked this series of questions to the Prime Minister on the deferral of the local level government election.
Lastly, can I ask the Prime Minister to explain to the people of Papua New Guinea the wishes to allow the Electoral Commissioner to verify the reason why the Electoral Commissioner delayed this important election by 3 months to voting to take place on the 27th. And finally, by the time I had a visit from my district CEO 1 week before the polling, because he was called by the provincial election manager to have a meeting. When he came back, he told me that the province had not received any funding from the Electoral Commission.
In response to his series of questions, Prime Minister James Marape said due to preparations not done properly in 2017, thus they are faced with such issues.
Of 2017 election preparations. 2017, national government national elections in Luan, LNG elections were deferred with no proper programming or unprogrammed deferral based on at the time the rush to stage 2017 elections. So the LNG elections was indirectly pushed back as a consequence of the 2017 lack of preparations.
He further apologized to the candidates of the local level government election for the continuous deferral.
Considering the deferral or actual deferral that has taken place, it has affected the length of time. The questions were questioned in a wrong method, and we haven't affected all the candidates who are made throughout the country. The senators and council president, but nonetheless,
Prime Minister also expressed frustration over the Electoral Commission's conduct in which the LLG election is being run.
My own views on the Electoral Commission and the way it's running, I just want to be transparent. I'm not happy with the way it's running. It's really a recurrent job every 5 years for the Electoral Commission to be prepared for elections. And the process in dealing with incompetency is there. Incompetencies at all levels, the process will be deployed. There are certain where leadership is maintained and leadership is removed.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News. A total of 6 land-related acts has been passed today at the floor of Parliament. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning, John Rosso, said these legislations are being amended to have new provisions to cater for electronic platforms. During the Parliament sitting today, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister responsible for lands, John Rosso, brought forward 6 acts to be amended in regards to land. The acts were Land Act 1996, Physical Planning 1989, Survey Act 1969, Survey Coordination Act 1967, and Land Registration Act 1981 and Valuation Act 1967. While presenting the bill, Mr. Rosso said each of these legislations have their own business processes stipulated that will be improved and enhanced.
And improving the voluntary mobilization of customary land into bankable state leases, building on from the successful Floral concept. Mr. Speaker, Land Registration Act 1981, amendments were made to allow for the use of electronic platforms and to the interpretation of the legislation to harmonise with the principal act, that is the Land Act 1996.
He said the dates attached to these acts are older than the country.
Land Board will automatically give that lease, so it makes the process much shorter now and makes businesses more confident to do business in Papua New Guinea. It just cuts out the cumbersome process that is entangled in the Lands Department, which I am the first person to acknowledge. This one is not just something that is new. It is something that is to make certain business is done properly, and we give businesses the confidence to do business in Papua New Guinea.
A total of 61 members of parliament voted for the bill, while one voted against it.
And amendments is to solidify what is existing under the current Land Act and the powers bestowed to the minister. As for Section 10, which Governor Pakop once again pointed out, Section 10 is already existing. It is to solidify that. And I would like to commend to you, House, look at Tuhava. That is a perfect example. 585 hectares that belongs to the landowners. The state does not own it, but the state converted that lease in consultation with the landowners, converting 585 hectares, utilized in consultation, and now the people of Roko in Tuhava have now a building in partnership with their development partners, close to 10,000 homes.
The bills were then passed. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Final planning and preparations are underway at Mari Barracks for the Papua New Guinea Defence Force Week in September, with the organizing team from Papua New Guinea and other partners meeting today.
The conference today saw participating nations like Australia, New Zealand, Fiji and other partners. Lead Air Planner of the Papua New Guinea Defence Force Joint Task Force, Major Darius Kaule, said a brief on the HESO and static display at Halabits.
Basically, Royal New Zealand Air Force, Royal Australian Air Force. We may also have the NH-90 helicopters from Royal New Zealand Air Force. And we'll be having other aircrafts. I think US will be sending a KC-135 aircraft.
Flight Lieutenant Paul Robinson from the New Zealand Air Force expressed they are looking forward to the Operation Planti Balus.
For us, Planti Balos and the opportunity to move logistics and support for the PNGDF moving stuff around is going to be pretty exciting. Being a part of the air show is also going to be quite special.
Captain Netani Dauvere from the Fiji Defence Force gave a brief on preparations to support the PNGDF week.
With regards to the band display that will be supporting the military cartoon, our logistic support, final details of personnel that will be travelling to PNG.
The Australian Defence Force is set to send their largest ships to PNG during the PNGDF week.
We're very excited to be able to tell you that HMAS Chulz will be coming to Papua New Guinea and will be alongside down at Harbourside and will provide accommodation.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Foreign Affairs Office of Fujian Province in China hosted a week-long cultural exchange program recently. A total of 8 Papua New Guineans from various fields participated in the program.
The exchange program hosted by the Fujian Provincial Foreign Affairs was focused on Austronesian language and culture and its roots in southern China. Papua New Guinea has languages that belong to the Austronesian language family. Austronesian languages in PNG are primarily spoken in coastal and island regions. The participants from PNG were taken on a tour to a number of museums, cultural sites and universities. The tour guides and hosts of those site visits made presentations highlighting evidences such as common tattoos, carvings, paintings, and languages that PNG shares with other countries in Southeast Asia, particularly in the southern part of China. It was fascinating for the participants who came to learn of this factual history and shared cultural heritage of the Austronesian people. One of the participants, Mr. Alex Puki from the National Cultural Commission, had this to say.
There are deep history of the Austronesian companies, the global countries. And we have, although we have shared information, we felt so convinced with the research evidence-based tracing of our genealogy, how our roots came into being. The Chinese, they have good stories to share with us, and they saw us as one of them.
Another participant, Ms. Jenny Ten, appreciated that people from southern China treasure the shared culture between them and people from South Pacific.
It's an honor to be part of this trip, to come and learn about culture. We learned a lot on this trip, from the Juntao, technology, also for culture preservation and Austronesia, protecting culture and custom and identity. As Papua New Guineans, we are very, very unique. You got all kind different tribes now, or traditional walkabout Blimium.
The event ended on Monday. The Fujian Foreign Affairs Office said that the program will continue annually going forward. Pakatambua National EMTV News.
The Chinese hybrid grass project, known as Junkao Technology, and upland rice cultivation projects are ready to expand to other parts of Papua New Guinea.
This was revealed by the National Engineering Research Center of Junkao Technology in Fujian, China. The Chinese Junkao and upland rice projects have taken root and have flourished in Papua New Guinea for the past 25 years. It all started in the year 2000 when Chinese President Xi Jinping signed an agreement to start the project in Eastern Islands Province when he was the governor of Fujian Province. Given the success of the project, China's National Engineering Research Center of Junkao are adamant that this project offers model for developing countries such as Papua New Guinea, who is striving to overcome its development challenges. Professor Fan Suchan, who is the founder of the project, said this is a low-cost, sustainable technology, exactly what Papua New Guinea farmers need.
And now we're going to show you.
The professor said Eastern Islands has benefited from Junkao technology as they have an existing sister province relationship with the Fujian province of China. He said China wants to collaborate with other provinces in PNG, starting with Central Province. Meanwhile, Professor Fan and his staff hosted a PNG contingent who participated in the cultural exchange program over the weekend. The participants were given a tour around the research center in Fuzhou. Pakatambua National EMTV News.
The U.S. Embassy is hosting engagements for alumni of U.S. exchange programs and information sessions on study abroad and exchange programs for students, faculty, and the public at the University of Technology in Ley Morobe Province. During the visit, the embassy's public affairs officer, Sarah Sanderson, met with Unitec's Vice Chancellor, Professor Ora Renagi, to discuss the recent accreditation of 5 engineering programs by Engineers Australia under the prestigious Washington Accord. This international recognition affirms that Unitec graduates meet the global standards, positioning them to compete and collaborate on a global scale. The National Disaster Center warned of tsunami is anticipated to reach coastal areas of Manus Island, New Island, New Britain Island, Autonomous Region of Bougainville, Madang, and the East and West Sepik provinces from this afternoon till 7 p.m.
Speaking this afternoon was the Assistant Director for Community and Government Liaisons with the National Disaster Center, Martin Mose, who elaborated on the basis of the warning.
The earthquake has happened and triggered a tsunami, apparently, and it's from the east coast of Kamchatka Peninsula, that's in Russia, north of Pacific Ocean. So that was this morning at around about 9:26 a.m. That's when the earthquake happened, and there was this possibility of tsunami being generated. It's quite a huge earthquake, which is measuring 8.7 on the Richter scale.
Mr. Mose advised precaution from the concerned communities till further notice.
They're saying that, well, it's going to be 1 to 3 meter height that we expect to hit the coast. It may lose the strength and the waves may be reduced, but let's not gamble here of our safety.
Pakatambua National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab Sajina. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now. Nationwide polio immunization campaign will be conducted in August and September 2025 to immunize all children under 10 years, even if they have received polio immunization previously. The campaign will also create an opportunity to provide free integrated health services for eligible children, including vitamin A supplement, deworming tablets, and routine immunization against vaccine-preventable diseases. The first round will be implemented in mainland PNG provinces and later in the NGI region. Polio immunization will be carried out in health facilities by outreach and mobile teams and schools in your communities. Parents, caregivers, and community leaders, including lower primary school teachers, are strongly advised to ensure all under 10 years old children are brought for polio immunization. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Immunize your child. Act now.
This is a message from the Department of Health of Papua New Guinea.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
You're watching National EMTV News. Prime Minister James Marape assured the 5 provinces that accommodate the PNG LNG projects that they will receive their 4.27 equity this year under a government structure setup.
Prime Minister said the 4.27 equity is a gift from the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare government to the 5 provinces.
I want to give assurance, hopefully before September 16th or in the 50th year, that 4.27% partial will be pulled off and to be given to the 5 provinces and the landowners concerned.
He said this will be under the structure set up by the national government, which will represent the 5 provinces' landowners to have a fair distribution.
We'll set up a fair structure until the provinces and the landowners have a fair representation through the complete landowner structure setup process that DP is facilitating when it's fully dispensed, and the representation from midstream, downstream and upstream is fully completed.
The Prime Minister explained the PNG LNG unattended issues for the landowners and the review of Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited account.
Some issues remain. I want to ask the Governor to work with the Petroleum Minister. These are things that must be tidied, should be tidied, and if it is outstanding, anything within law that is hanging in space, we need to clear. And please send me a copy of those matters pertaining to pipeline landowners that are out of touch in as far as the LNG benefit embrace is concerned.
Mr. Marape responded to these following questions by Gulf Governor Sir Christopher Haiveta on the PNG LNG issues and KPHL's account in Parliament yesterday. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Mining Minister Rainbow Paita said local mining landowners need to partner with foreign developers to assist with necessary equipment for the progress of any mining development.
Minister Paita said this following a question raised by Wawaria MP on localizing small-scale mining industries.
Alluvial mining as well. So I can assure him through this house and through his question that 1 yes, alluvial mining will be recommended as part of the reserve list for us to reserve long-haul people below Papua New Guinea Tasol.
He further explained,
this industry, it's always when people are Papa ground, lo wanted place people sim license, and then we partner with foreigners. Suppose you meet to go sem this industry and below Papua New Guinea Tasol, baul man lo place bagadina money lo buy machine lo nogat, lo clean him na wasim go lo let. O bagad machine lo digo, oga security lo sim car put him gold inside na karib kam lo salim mo nogat. This lamb all something will cost him money. So thus I will work with the Minister for Commerce and Industry, including other portfolio ministers, where we can set him up a scheme, help him all alluvial mining sector, where line blimi go inside.
Paita also responded to the supplementary question by Bulolo MP Sembasil Jr. on prioritizing the host district of the alluvial mine to access the exploration. In response, Minister Paita said they are ready to support and assist any district development authority who wants to participate in alluvial mining.
Districts, provinces involved in said law, alluvial mining. And in particular, district blame, which is a most implanted.
Minister Paita responded to the question by Enga Governor on the CCDA process that it will be finalized with the Eden Valley MOA review, and MOA submission for Pogera will be brought forward to the Cabinet soon. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Department of Works and Highways Minister Solon Mirisim assured the people of Morobe and Gulf that Lay Finchafen Road and the highway linking Morobe and Port Moresby through Gulf will be opened on the eve of the country's 50th.
Minister Mirisim said in response to the Morobe governor's series of questions raised in Parliament on the Missing Links Roads update. He said the road construction is progressing well and an update will be provided in the next sitting.
Deputy Prime Minister na member blo lei na Minister of Lands na migration to me push law plenty blood is law roads within Lolei City. Emi making plenty work law hub. Also, me pla work si start lo Bugandi na companies long this pla 4-lane lo Nazab Road. I'm cross to by me pla finish. Now Prime Minister lo 50 years anniversary and by announcing this pla road.
Minister further explained the progress of the highway linking Morobe and Port Moresby via Gulf.
We are working. Our team are working. Right now, as we are speaking, they are still on the ground working as well too. So, before September 16, I will open them up, this corridor.
Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Oro provincial government has set out a minimum requirement for companies awarded public contract in the province to meet before carrying out operations. This follows dissatisfaction over continued awarding of infrastructure contracts, especially for road construction, to companies that lack necessary capacity and technical expertise. Oro Governor Gary Jufa said his provincial government will not tolerate a process where companies with no track record, no engineers, and no proper workforce or machinery are given public funds to carry out critical infrastructure projects. He said the province roads and public works are lifelines for the people and must be built to last. The Oro provincial government is now demanding that companies awarded public contracts must be registered with Investment Promotion Authority and Internal Revenue Commission, have minimum of 10 years relevant work experience, employed licensed engineers, own appropriate plant and machinery required. Meanwhile, an internal investigation is now underway to determine how pro forma contracts were issued to entities that are not qualified for road constructions. Governor Jufa said findings will be made known to the public and appropriate actions will be taken against those found responsible for breaching procurement protocols. A total of 50 accidents have been recorded this year in the National Capital District and Central Province as a result of careless driving.
Commander of NCD Central Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Turi was at the Magi Highway yesterday, visiting some of the accident sites. He said some of the accidents were serious that had resulted in loss of life. Mr. Turi said most of the accidents took place along the corners of the highway where vehicles failed to slow down and drive according to the traffic rules. He urged the drivers along the Magi Highway to be responsible and follow the traffic rules. Many lives have been lost along the highway as well as vehicles damaged as a result of careless driving, despite many traffic awareness said through advertisements. As the independence celebration is approaching, Commander Turi said people must respect each other. Within the period of 5 months, more than 10 people died from road accidents. This includes both passengers and drivers, whilst others were hit-and-run victims. He said drivers must control the speed limit when driving. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2414 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2339 US, 0.3565 Australian dollars, 0.1945 euro, 34.39 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copper closed lower, palm oil closed higher, Crude oil is trading higher and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Daytech, the largest communication technology solution and services provider in PNG. We have the best brands and huge range of products for students, home users, small and medium business, corporate and enterprises. At Daytech, we have sound business practices and strong affiliations with some of the largest technologies in the world. We offer large range of genuine HP inks and toners at competitive prices with mid-range to high-end printers to suit your environment. Check out our special offers at our retail shops today. Daytech, innovative solutions, value services.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with Maxi Protection, Ultra Absorbent Core with wings for extra protection. Pure Day Sanitary Pad are available in big and small packs with and without wings. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Western Highlands Police Commander Chief Superintendent John Sagom has welcomed his officers yesterday afternoon after a week-long deployment to Pogara Paila by-election.
In a short parade yesterday, Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent John Sagom commended his officers for providing security during the by-election. PPC Sagom said the troops comprised of Mobile Squad 6, Sector Response Unit and Rural Command officers. He said the troops faced numerous challenges during their duties in ensuring that the polling process was conducted smoothly amidst high tension. He said it took them 5 days to return back to Western Islands after the polling ended due to the destruction of the 2 bridges in Mulitaka. He added that despite these challenges and damages on 4 of their vehicles, including a police coaster bus, the troops returned home safely.
Even you are faced through the hardships, okay? The destruction of the 2 bridges has caused hardship, especially for your exit or extraction back from Painapogora back to Mount Agen.
PPC Sagom said the welcome reception not only highlights the tireless efforts of the police, but also strengthens the connection between law enforcement and the communities they serve. Meanwhile, Rural Commander Senior Inspector Moses Kalandi emphasized that despite the challenges, they managed to complete the polling process.
We have managed to, go through the challenges and managed to get the job done, which we have completed the by-election Team Western Islands.
Chief Superintendent Sagom said his officers will continue to provide security and enforce law and order in all communities. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Secretary for the Department of Justice and Attorney General, Dr. Eric Kwa, has appealed to all the lawyers in the country to operate in suitable offices going forward.
Dr. Kwa made this remark following a recent amendment of the Lawyers Act. He said that all the foreign lawyers employed within the country also need to be admitted to the bar.
That includes your corporate legal managers who are foreigners. Foreign legal managers, we want you to also be admitted.
Dr. Kwa explained that they will be sending letters to lawyers encouraging them to register.
And you will have to sit. Those lawyers will have to sit for an exam that we now manage at the Department of Justice called the Fit and Proper Person exam. For all government lawyers who come in, those even foreign lawyers coming working with government agencies, they also sit for the exams. We will certify you to be admitted to the bar. Then you can practice law.
Part of the amendment will include lawyers has to receive a brief out from the Attorney General before appearing to support the state in any case that they engage in.
As a lawyer, and we have now also included a criminal offense for lawyers who don't get instructions from the state without a brief out. The penalty is $500,000 kina. Basically to strengthen the profession, basically to ensure that we maintain ethics and professionalism in the legal practice.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Climate Change and Development Authority launched its online website yesterday at its headquarters in Port Moresby.
Of course, worldwide, and these 2 key initiatives will help.
The upgraded website is designed to enhance transparency, accessibility, and interactively in the delivery of climate-related data, knowledge products, and reporting tools. It aims to serve as a centralized digital hub for stakeholders, researchers, policymakers, and the public to access up-to-date climate change information, project updates, policy frameworks, and adaptation tools. Acting Managing Director for Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi, highlighted that the system will display user-friendly and is accessible to the public.
And this system now provides that platform for us to have access to updated information from the authority, as well as what developments that we have around in sector agencies. So it will be very user-friendly and accessible to everyone. It will also provide project implementation progress that we have from different projects that are under CCDA that we are working on.
EU Head of Cooperation Hans Lambrecht shared that the PNG government is committed to addressing climate agendas. He said access to information is very important in all walks of life.
For all activities that the government is doing, to be accountable to the population and to share what they're doing and to provide transparent and reliable information.
Country Director of Expertise, France Emily Mignot, acknowledged CCDA for this initiative. CCDA is committed to increasing the public availability of relevant, digitalized and separate data and information for key forest, climate change, biodiversity sectors. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Climate Change and Development Authority has upgraded in its Communication Knowledge Management and Visibility Strategy Initiative.
In 3, 2, 1.
This launch event signifies CCDA's commitment to digital transformation, stakeholder engagement and effective climate communication in line with Papua New Guinea's national climate priorities and international obligations under the Paris Agreement. Acting Managing Director of Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi, highlighted the communication strategy.
Also, it builds on strong systems for knowledge management, which is very essential, and it's support evidence-based planning.
Ms. Sungi said this ensures that they build on transparency and strong governance in CCDA. She emphasized on the importance of the launch of the communication strategy platform.
With the launch of these platforms, we are reinforcing our commitment to accountability also, inclusivity, and results-oriented climate leadership. These platforms reflect our belief that the people of Papua New Guinea deserve to have access to timely, accurate, and relevant climate information.
Ms. Sungi encouraged partners and stakeholders to also visit the website and share their ideas. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Ramu Nico Limited and the University of Papua New Guinea have entered into a 2-year agreement to provide scholarship, upskilling and training for research students.
The two parties agreed to develop students in other schools under the university apart from the School of Natural and Physical Sciences. The University of Papua New Guinea Acting Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Cecilia Nembo, welcomes the partnership, saying it is timely as UPNG is heading into celebrating its 60 years of operation.
We are delighted. We are delighted to actually receive you and be able to sign this agreement with you, and we look forward to working with you.
Ramu Nico Vice President Meng De Yong said there are many gaps in their process where they would want to engage the university students to study using the university's facilities in their collaboration.
We want to introduce the new facilities, tools for us to do more research. Also, we want to work with you to use your resources, and we do more research to improve the skills.
Moreover, Ramu Nico Human Resource Manager added that they have partnered with other universities. He further highlighted the benefits of the agreement signed between Ramu Nico and UPNG.
Not only the students will have the opportunity to have the exposure in laboratories and doing researches, but also the staff here who are interested in doing research, doing publications. So we will provide that platform and equipment and other necessary capacity.
Natasha Ovoy, National EMTV News.
Flying in from Goroka to participate in the 12th Annual Flower Show in Port Moresby, Maggie Seko said the floral business has helped a lot of local mothers support their families financially. She said floriculture has been in existence for a long time in the country, and with the right support from the relevant authorities and government, mothers can export their flowers. A former employee of the government, Maggie Seko, has played a vital role in bringing floriculture into Eastern Highlands Province. Seko started a floriculture journey in 2010. She said through the Floriculture Association in Goroka, local mothers have had the privilege of traveling to other provinces.
Mama Blumipla Eastern Highlands, they work very hard for other crops like cocoa, other stuff, but then it's too much, it's too laborious. Only walk now, little money coming out. That's the time only looking this floriculture. They said we can just bring one pot and we can already make 110 kina. We bring it to the market. Cocoa, you by planting heap now, a lot of work now, you don't make enough money. But with floriculture, people are looking money. Now that all start marketing, all this I'm helping all planting, all school fee, blong all pikinini blong all buy Mary blo pikinini blong, sampler blow all pulling power into the place. And me talk all mama lo place.
She said mothers engaged in floriculture are ready to export.
Floriculture come long platan. Government now need to look in and step into it and start opening door for us to do export. People can start doing export, especially in Eastern Highlands. When you talk about this, you look at how much me bring him here, and then you think about how many women out there growing this much, and we are ready to export. But who can come in to help us?
Ms. Seko said despite the I-flight access she paid to bring in her flowers from Goroka, she knows she will earn enough to compensate for the access fee and flight fare back to Goroka.
Me, I'm a master and making difference in life, blow me. And making difference. I paid for school fees. I can fly. Like me, before work one time government, me depend off get a fortnight. Now I don't have to, because I know when flower season comes, flower market comes, I know I'm going to sell and make a lot of money this time. And then I make sure I look after that money, so I meet the need blow all picking need blow me all need blow house, need blow all family, all this kind.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Ruka Sports. Stay with us.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
I know that every man will...
True Kai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Nationwide polio immunization campaign will be conducted in August and September 2025 to immunize all children under 10 years, even if they have received polio immunization previously. The campaign will also create an opportunity to provide free integrated health services for eligible children, including vitamin A supplement, deworming tablets, and routine immunization against vaccine-preventable diseases. The first round will be implemented in mainland PNG provinces and later in the NGI region. Polio immunization will be carried out in health facilities by outreach and mobile teams and schools in your communities. Parents, caregivers, and community leaders, including lower primary school teachers, are strongly advised to ensure all under 10 years old children are brought for polio immunization. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Immunize your child. Act now.
This is a message from the Department of Health of Papua New Guinea.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day sanitary pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with maxi protection, ultra absorbent core with wings for extra protection. Pure Days sanitary pad are available in big and small packs, with and without wings. Pure Days sanitary pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
Tell him shorty come get it, come grind on me, but mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
Beer launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy periods and possible showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 30th of July 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night. And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 30th of...
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.